everybody, and welcome to Bunky's Workshop. I am Bunky. I want to bring in some teammates that we have here today. We're working on a project here at home. The first one will be my neighbor across the street, Linda.
Hi, I'm Linda.
Oh man, now they're messing with me. So this is Linda, our neighbor across the street. She's helping with the project. Say hello to my friends.
Hello, friends.
And the other one, of course, you all know and know very well is Matthew, my husband.
Bunky hubby.
Yay!
And of course, Gidget. Yay! Gidget the Wonder Dog.
So today we are working on a gazebo project, which is standing behind us. We're going to bring you along with that. We're going to give you the good, the bad, and the ugly. And we'll bring you back later on. We're about halfway done, and then again at the end. So until then, we'll talk to you later. Okay, everybody, welcome back to Bunky's Workshop. I am Bunky, and this is...
Bunky hubby.
And this is...
Linda.
Linda, get your butt over in here. Hobbling Linda, she fell and hurt herself. So we already have one accident, and we have our friend from next door,
Alejandro.
Justin, and of course Gidget. We are halfway through our project here. As you can see, we have the base put up. It is bolted, nailed, and screwed, and we are centering it. And when we are done with this project, I promise you we'll get back to show you the end. See you next time.
Not bad. You know what I'm saying? We'll try and push them in, yeah. No. Not gonna go with it.
That needs like 3 inches at least.
Yeah.
But see how you have the holes in the middle? That may tighten it up and bring it in.
Hello, welcome back everybody. I am Bunky, and this is...
Bunky hubby.
And thank you for coming to our channel. We're here on another part on working on this wonderful gazebo behind us. And we are trying, we're having some fun and yet some aggravation.
Day 2, second day, beginning.
Yeah, we stopped about 6 or 7 o'clock in the evening. We were getting aggravated and it was getting dark and the bugs were bothering us, and before anybody else got hurt or something happened, we decided to call it a day and start again this morning. Right now it is about 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning. We need to say thank you so much to our crew yesterday, Linda and Justin. They worked their butts off. Linda did get hurt. She's home. I do hope that they do join us and finish this up, because we want this to be a project for the neighborhood so that we all enjoy this. This just is not for Matthew and I, but for our friends, our family, and our neighbors. So with that, I'm going to do another video just to show you the structure of what we've done. Me personally, I think it's a very solid unit. It's beautiful, it's solid, it's wonderful. The only downside, I believe, would be the roof system. That seems to be a pain in our butt right now, but we're working through it and do the best I can. Matthew, what do you think about it?
The wood structure was very quickly put together. There was an error in the directions, and once we figured that out, then it zoomed along. The problem we're facing with the roof structure is that with the metal roof, we are not able to align the holes of each of the roof shingles together. And there's at least 4 holes at a time to align. So we may have to drill through some holes, we may have to loosen the metal beams inside to get the play, or we may have to trim. So, and it may be a combination of all of those. So we're just going to do what we have to do to complete the roof and keep it watertight.
So with that being said, Matthew and I are going to continue working, and we'll be back with you soon.
wait. Up against just the screw. Gotta come. Yeah, now go ahead. Now tap. More. Beautiful. We'll just take the screw out. Good. And center cap. Craig, center cap for him. Center cap. Corner cap.
For you, Matt.
Oh wait, it came out. There it goes. Awesome. And your screw. There you go, one.
Up again.
This one up. This one up.
You want to tap them in a little bit, Matt, so that they...
There's a plate on the thread. And
Tap it, yeah.
I don't think that is in it.
What if we take the hammer? What if we,
Tap those ends in.
back on this side?
And so we come to the end of our project. We've completed our gazebo. The final touches were these end caps, just so that there are no exposed edges that are sharp. So the roof is complete, the structure is complete, it is sound, and the important thing is it was done with the cooperation of our neighbors. So I want to thank Justin, I want to thank Linda, and of course Bunky for allowing all of us to share with you the adventure of building our gazebo. After it's about noon, I think, on our second day, and I think it just looks terrific. So
Great.
Linda, we're thankful that you helped us out. Justin, thank you so much for everything that you've done. Craig, Do you have any thoughts to contribute?
Again, I say thank you, Linda and Justin, for all your work and team. Thank you for coming along to Bunky's Workshop. We'll see you again.
So we've come to the end of our project, and it's time to share with you some of our learnings, some things that recommend this to you, as well as some recommendations to make it easier on you when you make your own pagoda. So first of all, the commendations, the things that went well about it.
So the first one is well constructed.
This is solid. It's tight. It is heavy. It doesn't give. It is a solidly built edifice. It's well done. It's well created.
Well designed. And number 2 would be delivery of the item.
Well, that was a plus and a minus. The item was shipped to us in 4 large, heavy boxes, but it is shipped to your house. So that is a convenience. It's not as though you have to go to a store and pick them up. But that having been said, one of the boxes was lost for about 3 weeks. So that's a concern.
Definitely. But be careful. These boxes are huge and they're very heavy. So it's going to take 2 good people to move them around to where you need them. So number 3 would be assembly of the wood areas.
That was really easy. It took us about a day and a half to construct the entire pagoda, the entire edifice, but the gazebo, but it took us really maybe 3 hours to construct the wood part. The bulk of the time was for the roof. So the wood comes together really easily, which is the lower part.
Yes. And number 4 would be extra parts.
You're given plenty of screws, bolts, nuts, etc., etc. So it's not as though you have to be concerned about squandering or losing them. You're given plenty extras.
And the tools to do it. Now granted, these are the small mini tools that you would use, but they do give you the tools to do it. 5 is the finish of the product.
It is tidy. Like for instance, it's impressive that there is a rail at the end of the roof, so there are no exposed sharp edges. Even something like the supports are attractive. So they took care to the details, and when it's completed, it's attractive and aesthetic as well as solid and well constructed. But I think they were very detail oriented.
Definitely. And number 6 would be the rooftop netting supplied.
So you see that it's a 2-leveled roof, and so under the top there is an exposed area. So if you wanted to keep mosquitoes out or flies while you're eating, etc., then you can put netting. It covers the top part so that they can't go in through the join between the 2 roofs and go in and get you.
And that netting is supplied and it's attached by Velcro. So what he was talking about is if something was to fly up inside of the top of the gazebo, there's a netting that goes up inside there and keeps things from coming down inside. And we'll talk about more of the netting later on with the railing.
But I do like the fact that the roof is in 2 parts. So if you're cooking in here, that the smoke or the steam can escape. I think that's just an excellent detail.
Right, definitely.
That's attractive.
Number 7 is about the hooks that we were just talking about, the hook and railing system inside. So what I'm going to do is put this down. I'm going to flip the camera around so we can show some of these things, okay?
So you are supplied with a railing that you can place inside the wood top. So as you go forward, behind this wooden part, you can see that there is a rail. And in the rail, you are given dozens of these hooks so that you can add mosquito netting or curtains or make a tent-like structure or beads or anything just to enclose it on all 4 of these sides. So that's an added bonus that you can add to it later, and it gives you the option of however you want to decorate it, however you want to add your own curtain or mosquito netting, however to make it more livable.
Yes, I'm really glad they gave it. And it's 2 rails in there, so you can actually hang maybe lights on one hook system and a netting or curtain on the next hook system. Size of it. What's your thoughts about the size?
Well, it's 10 by 12 and it is formidable. We originally bought it so that we could cover our hot tub, and it will certainly accommodate that. But, you know, we have a garden set from my mom and my dad's house, and it's very snugly fits in here. So it covers a good amount. It will protect you in snow, in rain, and it is so solid that you have no worries about it in the windstorms. We get hurricanes down here and gusts of wind, and we don't even have any concerns because it is so well balanced on the concrete pad.
Yes, it is very heavy, very well constructed. So like he said, this is a 10 by 12, 2-tiered gazebo. We found it online for $1,999.99, free shipping. So that was the good stuff.
Here's our recommendations. Here is what you should know in order to be successful and build it so that hopefully we can reduce some of we can give you learnings from our mistakes.
Correct. So number 1 is a recommendation, 3 to 4 people.
It's best. I think it can be done with 2 people, but to be honest, it just worked better with about 3 or 4. You weren't tripping over each other.
Right, I think it was very safe that way.
Yeah, you know, like for instance, one person could hold a panel of the roof while another was screwing something in, while somebody was underneath guiding the screw through the thread hole or something like that.
Talking about the nuts and bolts and items, keeping them loose, and why.
Well, when you get the 4 boxes, I think it's a really good idea to unpack them and to put everything out. So you're going to want to have plenty of space. That gives you a survey of what you're working with, and so things are ready to hand. At the very least, we would recommend take the 2 boxes that have the wooden structure and open them and spread them out so that you can access them with the nuts, bolts, etc. And then the other 2 boxes with the roof items. But you're going to want to spread those out because it'll say you connect V1 to S3 and so forth, and you need to go through and check the labels and see what the exact items are.
I agree, because when we spread it all out, it was just easy to just look down the row of all the parts and say, oh, I need this and this, grab it and go, and not go searching for it.
Especially because it's symmetrical, so often they occur in pairs. So once you did something on the front end, you're going to do it on the back end as well.
Correct. Okay, number 5. How long did it take to assemble?
You're going to want to give yourself 2 days. If you finish in 1 day, congratulations, but certainly don't be surprised if it takes you more than 2 days, if it takes you up to 2 days. So what we would recommend is check the weather report for 2 days in a row because you'll be working outside. It can be done in 1 day, but you'll want to allow yourself sometimes to deal with some of the ambiguities or working out some of the details. And it took us every bit of, I would say, a day and a half to complete.
And the last one, anchoring the unit to the ground.
You are given two ways to anchor it. You can either anchor the 4 posts to concrete with braces and expansion bolts, or if you're anchoring it to a wooden deck, they give you another system to do it. We were so impressed with how solid and heavy this was. It certainly doesn't wobble. We thought that given its weight and its sturdiness, that we were going to let it go without the braces to affix it to the concrete. In addition, they even included plinths, which are pieces of wood to cover the braces that would have put it on the concrete or to the wooden deck. But at the moment, we thought we kind of like seeing the bare post into the concrete. We kept them just in case later on we wanted to do that. But consider that. It would be certainly an effort to drill those expansion bolts into concrete. You're given what you need to do it, but decide whether you even need to.
So all in all, do you recommend this unit?
We're very impressed. We think it looks great. We're impressed with how solid it is. It was challenging at times to construct. For instance, we found some mistakes in the directions. So all in all, we're satisfied. I would give it a 4.5 stars, 4.5 stars out of 5. We had a bump with the delivery. We had some difficulty with the directions. And frankly, in order to put the thing together, we had to drill holes that the ceiling tiles would not necessarily line up. A tip: when you're trying to assemble the ceiling, the roof part, it's a smart idea to keep the inner roof structure loose. Leave the bolts and the nuts loose so that you can give a little bit, and then if the structure can give, it'll be easier to fit the roof tiles in and try to get that screw through the tiles and through the structure. But for a couple of those little bumps in the road, I would give it 4.5 stars out of 5.
Absolutely, I agree. Well constructed, it looks nice. Give yourself a good 2 days. If you only get it done in 1 day, great. But don't rush. Get some friends, some family together, maybe some to eat and drink, enjoy the day, and get it done. In our case, we have wonderful neighbors who stopped over and helped us out. Thank God for them. And that was Linda and Justin. Thank you guys so much for all your help. Other than that, if you guys get a chance, look this up online and purchase one. Have any questions or concerns, send us a message down below and we'll help you out the best we can. Until then, we'll see you again. Please remember to subscribe, give a thumbs up, and
Ring that bell.
so that each and every time you see us pop up, you know we're ready. Talk to you later.